lovely. Do you know the muffin man?
Do you know the muffin man?
So good.
Fucking well nice.
Hold on for a minute, let me count my, you know. Count my money while I'm counting these blessings. Minor setbacks, those were just lessons.
Morning everyone, Friday morning. It's the Thruxton race weekend this weekend. Really looking forward to it. I've had a really cool 24 hours, to be fair. Actually felt like a proper racing driver for one, instead of being in the office doing all the work for the sponsors. Yesterday morning did a shakedown with the car at like 8:30 AM at an airfield near Silverstone. So last time we did it at Brands Hatch, Thruxton won't allow us to do it today, so did it yesterday morning. Instead of going back up north, I decided to stay down here at that cheap, cool hotel that I stayed at before with a spa and everything. So just I actually went to FP0 simulators at Silverstone, did a couple of hours on there, came here, did the gym, a run, spa, sauna, and then decent bit of food. So it was pretty mega. It's a shame it's not like that every day. But yeah, feeling good about this weekend. We're just hoping for a bit of a smoother weekend. No issues, hit the floor running with the setup and a meeting with the engineer in the middle of a week, and we've got a good idea of where we want to go. It's a little bit different to Brands and Donington, Thruxton. It's a bit of an odd circuit, so we've made a good guesstimate of where we want to go. So fingers crossed we're somewhere close. Just chill morning this morning, then set off to Thruxton, have some meetings, do a track walk. And yeah, obviously we've had some decent points this year, consistent, but as you can imagine, that's not really why I want to go racing. I want some trophies. I don't know if it'll happen this weekend. It'll happen at some point, but fingers crossed it is this weekend, because yeah, I don't want another press release shouting about a top 10 or a top 15. I want to win. So yeah, see how we get on. It'll do. It's alright. Fucking well nice. For the people in the last video who thought that was my Porsche, that's not my house either. just a fraud. Hopefully one day when my YouTube takes off, I can get paid to do like a discount code for this place, because it's so good. Out for a hotel gym. Morning guys, it's Saturday morning, quali and practice day. I didn't really film much yesterday, not a lot going on to be honest at Thruxton, other than some repairs on my car, which I'll talk about later. So yeah, just woke up at a hotel. I've brought my foam roller with me this weekend. I think like Thruxton's probably the hardest track for my back, because you're just constantly tensing all the way around, so I'm just trying to keep on top of that as much as I can. So I've just done that and then just setting off to the circuit. See you there. So we're at the circuit. We've just done driver's briefing. Had a briefing with my engineer. We're doing something a little bit different this time. We're basically got like it's called an FP0. So obviously there were a few issues with the hybrid system at Brands Hatch. So we're starting 10 minutes early in this session. They're adding 10 minutes onto the session, and basically we're going to go around behind the safety car in formation, and we've got to check the sensors. So there was a certain bit of software that wasn't working, which is why it caused a lot of issues. So basically we're doing a dummy run now to check them all, see if it's all working. So we go out behind the safety car, all in order. We go round twice, past the pits, and then past another once behind the safety car. Safety car comes in, past twice, and we've got to give feedback on the reading that's on our dash every time, and that logs on what the hybrid system gives us in terms of how many laps we get and how many seconds per lap we get. So at least they're trying something, at least they're testing it. So fingers crossed, no issues.
Hiya.
So pre-practice one wasn't the best start to the day. We had some setup issues, both myself and Ingram. So had a huge moment at church. Tried lifting way too late. That was my own fault. So collected turf again, just like Brands Hatch. And so yeah, we made some setup changes now. Got the tyres sorted. We're gonna go out and do a run on the older tyres just to feel the setup, and then put some new tyres on to see how it goes. Guys done quite a lot of changes in a small time, so yeah, done a good job. So it was much better FP2. We ended up P5 in that one, and the car felt much better. We had a few little issues with the hybrid due to like a wheel speed sensor. We need to be going over 120 kilometers an hour for the hybrid for it to activate, and I was like doing 180 kilometers an hour, pressing the button, and the alarm kept coming up, and it was just a wheel speed sensor failure. So we sorted that, went for a new tyre run at the end, just did a solid couple of laps just to get a good feel for the car.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man? So yeah, it felt really good then. I had a proper read of the car. I think P5 is probably the best I've finished in a practice session so far. I'm sure there are other people who are going to find a chunk of time, but hopefully we will as well. So yeah, better FP2.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
So we've literally just had to do an exit test. So the championship basically come and test us drivers on how fast we can get out of the car, because if we do have an issue or there's a fire or something like that, then we need to be able to get out of the car quick enough. So obviously from what happened to Camish at round 1 where there was a fire, there's a few little bits that have been added to this test. So in previous years when we jump out, we've literally just got to take our belt off, undo this netting which normally attaches to this part, undo that, undo the radio, and then jump out in under 5 seconds. This year they've added, before we have to get out, we have to turn the mains off and press the fire extinguisher button and then jump out in under 7 seconds, which luckily I did on the first time in like 5.2, so that was good. But yeah, it's a little bit different, and they've added that this year because apparently when Camish jumped out the car, he didn't turn the mains off, which basically meant it kept pumping fuel and made the fire worse. Obviously us pressing this fire extinguisher button feels really unnatural because, touch wood, you know, I've never had to do it, so because it's so rare, it's not natural. If you're in a panic mode and you have to jump out of the car, you don't naturally go to the button because I haven't pressed it in whatever 10 years. So it's good that they've done that. It's a really good addition to the test. So yeah, all good.
So guys, just looking this way please. Lovely.
So it's race day, Sunday morning. I didn't do a lot of filming yesterday. I had a really tough day, to be honest with you. It was looking really good after free practice 2. We were quick, we were P5 and the car felt good. Really hoping that quali session yesterday was going to be the one where I was up at the front, and it was just the opposite. We just struggled. Donington had a dodgy damper, Brands had no hybrid. Here, no excuses really, there was no fundamental issue, we were just struggling with the car. So yeah, we were down in P13, bit of a tough night last night, you know, you have to give yourself a kick up the arse, and obviously it's not the end of the world, but when you're hoping for the better results and you think it's going to come and it doesn't, you need a little quiet word with yourself. So I did that, and today is a new day. I feel really good. Woke up this morning feeling good. Got all the bits sorted this morning that we need to, and get stuck in today. Start 13th and looks like it could rain, but I don't know, whatever. I don't mind if it rains or it's dry, but main thing is that I feel good and just give it our all today and salvage a result.
Straight. Right. Right. Straight.
So we just finished race 1. It was a decent result, to be fair. We got up to P8. We were battling for P7. Shedden I think he had a puncture on the last lap, and then Morgan got through. We were just really struggling with the fronts at the end. Obviously the rear wheel drives keep the fronts better, but really happy with that. You know, after a tough day yesterday and not having a lot of pace, it was looking really strong then. Definitely some improvements we could make for race 2. See, the rest of my team had a disaster of a race then. I think Ingram got hit off on the first lap. Jack's engine has gone. I'm not sure what happened to Chilton, but disaster. But at least we got some points. Move forwards in the next one. Miles better than yesterday, so yeah, good. Makes a big difference when you get a good start off the line and make up a couple of places, and then you're on the front foot then. So yeah, let's see if we can make up a few more and get in this reverse grid for race 3. So race 2 was a bit of a struggle. We were struggling with pace then. Had a nice little battle with Plato at the start. Got a good run off the line. Start of the race was good, and it was really loose at the rear, and we thought it was going to come to me a little bit. But it did the opposite. It just ruined the rear tyres to the point where I was just holding on too much, and then we were a bit of a sitting duck at the end. And we had cars chasing us, and there were some headlights coming in behind.
Oh, good.
So some headlights chasing in behind. I came over radio saying, "All right, who's behind us?" It was one of my teammates. And what was your answer? Tom. 2 Toms. Narrow it down, Dan. So yeah, we won't let him live that one down for a little while. So yeah, struggle with that one. Just missed out on the reverse grid. So we'll be starting 9th in the 3rd race. We're changing the car to the other direction. And yeah, push on for the 3rd one. Fingers crossed for a good result. It's also raining now, so God knows what's going to happen there.
Hold on for a minute, let me count my, you know. Count my money while I'm counting these blessings. Mind the setbacks, those were just lessons. Moving too fast, had to set a pace. Bleed my goals, shit ain't no race. Hennessy straight, I'm only chasing money. Smart nigga, mama ain't raised no dummy. Staying drama free, but if you bring it bigger.